ia o le alo lea si tātou wātu nuu i o lona swafa i o Dr. Therese Lautua ia e maile a lalawhanga o lalo manu pautasi a maile masamusu e tele ia whiaonga e sumaele le sunga le tamaitai fōma i a Lautua ia ai o le whiawhianga lava ia leo maua se taimi e tātou te mawhutali nita e au titia. Talofa ia Doctor.
Whakataitele Ayesha mo lausanuanga. Ai mai sile apanoa ua tuina mai mo le nei talanoanga.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Doctor, for taking the time to talk to us, to Radio Samoa, making your time available for us as we talk about and also get to know you and your journey, as well as what you have acquired thus far. So I will give you the chance, Doctor. Can you kindly state your name and what do you do in your area of speciality?
Well, my name is Therese Lautua, and I've just got joining me my little 7-month-old Vianney who's here with us. But I'm a researcher in Theological and Religious Studies at the University of Auckland, Waipapa Taumatara.
Nice. So, Doctor, before we delve into what you've acquired recently, can you briefly explain your area of expertise and or speciality and what it means to have acquired such skills and knowledge?
Well, I guess my research for my PhD in the last 2 years has focused on how our cultural identity as Pacifica people and our Christian faith can impact our mental well-being, particularly of young people. But I guess I'm trying to look at different areas such as children's spirituality now on. So how do our young tamaiti, how do they develop in their faith, and what does it look like in our families? Do you want to say hi?
Okay.
And, and I guess, what does it mean? I try to get this piece of paper in order to make changes in policy or just to make, make the space for discussion of talanoa with our church leaders about mental well-being through our cultural lens, but, also our a Christian lens too. So it's one of service, I guess, and it's just a stepping stone to make positive change.
Now, you talk about, a stepping stone for change and mental well-being. What inspired you? Was this part of it, or have you seen anything that that gave you the spark to go into this study?
Well, when I was doing my undergraduate study, I was studying theology, but also thinking about, maybe being a high school teacher. But at the time, there was a lot of youth suicides in a row. And faith is a huge part of my life. And I wanted to put my faith into action through something that I was good at, which was research. So I figured getting a piece of paper like a PhD would help get some tools in place or some different resources for our communities.
Nice. So now with Harvard, how does it feel to become one of the lecturers now, acquiring that teaching position at college, fellow in Indigenous religion, noting that this is one of the Ivy League universities in the US?
I can't believe it's happening, to be honest. When I saw the application or portal to do it this time last year, actually, I thought, wow, there's no chance I'm going to get anywhere with this application. But just seeing after doing the interview and then sharing it with my family, and now some of the news being shared with our community, like the support has been really very overwhelming, to say the least, in a good way. And I feel like I'm taking a lot of people with me, all of us, to the other side of the world and to share our knowledges.
That's nice. So with the post, the teaching position in the Harvard University, is there similarities into what you do now as a teacher in AUT as opposed to what you are about to dive into in the US?
Well, it's actually quite different because the 3 courses that I'm going to teach at Harvard, I get to create them, and it's specifically in my different aspects of my research that I haven't been able to fully delve into. So at the moment at university, I teach a paper, The Bible and Popular Culture. And then another one I did for medical students on how, religious faith can impact a patient when they're dealing with them. So those two are very different to the three. Well, they're similar, but very different in terms of I'll get to talk about, our indigenous different spiritualities in the Pacific, like talking about how Atua, Whanua, Tangata, and Moana are interwoven into our spiritualities, getting to explore our different spiritualities in terms of well-being, like a whole paper on that. And then the last one I'll be teaching is on how Pacific people have viewed Atua or God over time. So pre-Christian perceptions of God up until today. So more contemporary debates on social media.
So with that, Harvard being an elite university, and so not only for students and as well as for teachers as yourself, it's quite hard to, as you say, to get into. So what is your advice, and now that you've become one of them, what is your advice to our Samoan people and community, Pacifica community, as in ways that may assist them, in achieving the highest that in their lifetime?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm an expert yet at this stage, but from my little experience that I've had in the past year, I would definitely say learn the tools in the system that you need. So in academia, like learning how to promote yourself, even though that seems like we don't really want to do that from our cultural lens. Like it's learning how to promote yourself from a Western lens is important, and showing that you have the skills, because we do have the skills, demonstrating that you can write really well, but also, speak very well. And because we've got examples like in our church communities, in our youth groups and sports teams of how we can orally deliver things, but also demonstrate we can do it in the written form as well. And just ask for lots of help, because I had so much help from different professors, giving advice on my CV, and then even doing the interview itself.
Nice. So are you excited? When are you due to leave for America?
We're going at the end of June, which is, my husband gives me a countdown probably every second day. So we're down to 11 weekends left.
Oh, okay.
I think now we're getting a bit more excited because we can see, now I have a better idea of what I'm going to be teaching. And I was told a couple of days ago that I get to choose the students that are going to be in my class, which is incredible. So to be able to pick the people who will get to share our knowledge in their own fields, whether they're doing like religious studies or whether they're going into science and they have an interest in Indigenous Pacific spirituality. So yeah, excited, very nervous, but excited.
Now, as a Tamaita'i Samoa, going into a whole new world and a whole new realm of, teaching in such ways, how does it feel to be one, say, the only, or maybe the only Samoan going into this type of teaching in the US?
Well, I think it's quite, it feels overwhelming in the sense that I have a responsibility to share our knowledges correctly. And I have so much pride, in who we are, and to be able to share that freely in an education setting is something that I don't want to take for granted. And because it's a short contract that we're over there for, maybe like 1 to 2 years at the most, I really want to maximize every opportunity and, try and make sure I take advantage of mentoring and show the world that, Tamaita'i Samoa, we're on the other side of the world, but man, we are powerful and we can do so many things.
Definitely. Well, is your family, now that you, noting that you've going with your little family, traveling with your little family all the way across the world to the US, how are they getting along with the move?
I think obviously at first it's a big shift because we have the 7-month-old Biani here, and then a toddler, she's 3, Kylie. And so it's such a crucial, well, every stage is crucial, I guess, in terms of getting to know their family and our wider community.
Definitely.
So they're sad, definitely sad they're going to miss out on like this little precious time that that we would have here if I was to stay here. But also excited, like, and now I realize, wow, we've got cousins all over America apparently that we can go and visit, or they can come and visit us.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor, for having the time with us to talk to us and as well share your experiences and as well and what you are about to journey to in the US. We thank you for the opportunity and we convey our huge congratulations to you and all the very best on your future endeavors and your journey as a lecturer in the Harvard University.
Whaftai tele Ayesha mo le nei talanoanga. Angale leile a li'i whaamanuia ma whatasi pea lona nganga I lau ngaluenga.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Ia le nā, tia tio, ia whapena fo se tātou wātu no se whatatanoanga nā, ia mse tasi fo i o alo Samoa. Ia o lewa mawhai o nā anga waa, I se tasi o tūlanga po whawhaia o ngā I le University, Harvard University I America, I Boston, ia ma o se whiawhianga, o se mitamitanga foi. Ia I tātou fo I le iai o se alo o Samoa. Ua mawhai o nā au sia lea tūlanga.